Gary the Goose here with some quacky tales of the past. Let's talk about doctors. Usually you'll find an easygoing doctor who maybe wants to check up on your prostate, but at least you can rest easy knowing they'll be in and out in a matter of minutes. There's a plethora of chronicles out there on the lives of doctors who probably needed as much guidance as some of their own patients, but one case stands out among the rest: the tale of Karl von Tanzler. Karl was an Austrian doctor who worked at a hospital in Florida in the early 20th century. It's said that as a young man, Karl had dreams of a woman with straight black hair and a beautiful figure. In 1931, he received a new patient, Miss Maria Milagro de Hoyos, and the moment he set eyes on her would make history. This guy was in disbelief. He was convinced that this was the woman who continuously appeared in his dreams. Maria was diagnosed with tuberculosis and wasn't expected to live much longer, so Karl spent every moment he could with her. He showered her with gifts and attention, and he made every attempt to save her. Unfortunately, she passed away only a few short months later, so the doctor was struck with grief, but he decided to approach the family and ask that they allow him to build a mausoleum so that he could honor her. They didn't recognize anything was off about the doctor, so they agreed. So once it was built, the doctor kept the only set of keys giving him solo access. For 2 years, he would go to the cemetery, after dark, enter the mausoleum, and proclaim his love to her cadaver. But this wasn't enough. Karl was in love. Okay, it's weird, but at least he wasn't Hannibal Lecter. He wanted her closer to home. So one night, he brought a toy wagon to the cemetery and unlocked the mausoleum. He removed her decaying corpse and placed it in the wagon. Then, he took her body to his home, where he began to make aesthetic repairs. You ever see Ocean's 11? I'll bet you that's how much planning the doctor had to go through to transport a corpse all the way to his home without being seen. Anyway, when he got home, the doctor encased her body in wax and plaster to stop her from decomposing. He also sprayed copious amounts of perfume onto her body to prevent any smells from leaking. He kept her body in his home for 7 years. Eventually, rumors spread and her family became suspicious of the doctor. In 1940, Maria's sister went to his home to confront him. She opened the door and discovered her dead sister. The police were called and Dr. Tanzler was arrested for robbing Maria's grave, but because the statute of limitations had passed, he spent no time in jail. A tender body for a tender soul. How about that? I'll be back next week with another video on the intricate and bizarre histories of the world, so stay tuned and thanks for watching.